hi. Talking about heroin and nicotine and stopping smoking. I've just been watching a report that although heroin and nicotine affect some of the pleasure centres of the brain in different ways, i.e. heroin skews your vision and your feelings, it affects one part of the pleasure centre of the brain identical, and scientists have identified this as probably being the addiction part of the brain. So what I see is two chemicals which are attracted to one part of the brain, and what they say is heroin users and nicotine users, smokers, have a certain amount of nicotine or heroin in their bloodstream, even if they're not smoking at the time or taking heroin at the time. And there's an average amount, because if they take blood tests on people, there's an average amount, and they know this. And with that amount of nicotine in the blood or heroin in the blood, it affects, when you do something during the day and it's pleasurable, you get a heightened sense of pleasure when you're smoking, is what they're saying. I don't think they've got the full picture. I don't think they're explaining the full picture of what nicotine or heroin does, or cocaine or anything like that. But the basics are that it just heightens if you're successful at something, you get a better buzz from it, basically. That's what they were saying. Now, for every upper, there's a downer. So, what I think the governments of the world should do, if they want people to quit smoking and quit heroin taking and stuff like that, is in the bread, or mixed in with the wheat that's ground, stick another chemical which will be in everybody's blood system for 20 years, 30 years, which affects that same part of the brain centre, and it has an effect on smokers and heroin takers that if they stop, it doesn't matter, they can stop without a problem. But the added benefit is that it gives everybody else a better buzz. They ought to put that in the bread or in the water, and then ban tobacco and really hit the heroin and the cocaine and the cannabis and all the other drug producers hard, because they know who they are. There's no doubt that the police know who they are. Crack down over a year or two worldwide, stamp it out and stick this shit in the bread and the water. World's cured. But obviously it's just an idea, and if the governments of the world were really serious about helping people stop and stopping the crap that's caused by smoking and other drugs, they would do something like that. Quite clearly they would, but they're not, so they obviously don't care. They're obviously encouraging smoking, they're encouraging heroin taking, and they're encouraging cocaine taking. My government, and Gordon Brown's the leader, and other governments, American government, George Bush is the leader, they are openly encouraging smoking and openly encouraging drug taking, if they don't do something like what I've just said in this YouTube video.